well, I've put a bit of time in, and I think we've made a pretty good start on the kelp farm here. Doesn't look too shabby. Do we still have problems with the collection? Yes, we do. Oh well, I was trying to do something a little less standard than I usually do and go a little fancy, but I guess I'll just have to stop doing that. Why did it stop? It used to spit out really far. Why does it stop doing that? That's so bizarre. Oh well, I'll fix that. It's an easy fix. Nothing to it, really. I know exactly what I should do instead, so that'll be really simple. But yeah, we've got a pretty good start in. The pipe here, which is going to be encased and stuff, like I mentioned. And, you know, obviously we need to get the actual redstone bits over here. Also, I got the parking lot in. I don't know. It feels off to me for some reason. I'm not sure why it feels off. Maybe, like, do the lines need to be longer here? Or I don't know. Something feels not quite right to me. I guess I'll have to put a car in here and see what's wrong. But yeah, it looks, I mean, it'll do at the very least. I don't know. Let me know what you think. It doesn't feel right to me, but if you have any theories as to what may look wrong about it, or if you think it looks great, then, you know, I don't know. Let me know. But I have to keep going and building things with the kelp farm because, I mean, like I said, it's a good start, but we've got at least another tier. Maybe 2 more chunks of this to go. At least one more. At least one. I've got to figure out how tall building 7 is, because I don't want it to be too... Hi, cat. This is the second clip you've interrupted me during in a row. It's not very polite. Go away. Yeah, I got to figure out how tall building 7 is and see where that will line up, because I know that this building here, like I said, I'm not building the rest of New York, but I know that this building right here on this side of 7 was a lot shorter than 7 was. So I don't want it to be too tall. But anyway, I shall at least build one more set of this. I think one more chunk will do. At least. Okay, so we got the second tier in. And I decided to outline trade 7 just to kind of vibe check how we doing on heights comparatively to each other. So did a decent bit of work around here getting the connector bridges and stuff set up. But this is the thing that we're focusing on, because Kelp Farm, that's what we said we're doing this episode, yes. Kelp Farm, doing a good job doing Kelp Farm and nothing else at all. I don't know that we're getting enough kelp out of this thing. So I've just kind of honestly been letting it run and drop all the kelp out down there. Oh, lag, oh. It hasn't been doing anything. So it's clearly not laggy enough, which is a problem. But more actually, I came over here and just kind of collected stuff, and I mean, it builds up for 5 minutes and then everything despawns. And I came over here and I picked up 9 stacks before, and just now I picked up 3, so assumedly everything despawned just now or something, I don't know. But I picked up 9 stacks, and that's just not very much for 5 minutes. If this thing produces like 9 stacks for 5 minutes, that's not a lot at all. It's going to be nowhere near the amount that we need to generate the amount of emeralds that we need. Given it's going to be 4 dried kelp blocks per emerald. So we need literally a ludicrous amount of dried kelp blocks to make that work at all. So what I'm going to do is hook this up into an array of smokers, and we're gonna figure out how much demand this puts on the smokers, because I think we want to hit about 8 to 12 smokers running permanently. It's going to take a while for it to back up because I'm going to let it fill up from scratch. But that's kind of what I'm aiming for, is 8 to 12 smokers. And if we don't hit that with these two, then we're going to have to build some more. Which we could either, as you can see, I kind of started marking out a little bit over here. We would have to expand this wall out a little bit, but we could just about make 2 more modules fit here. And I don't really want to do more because, again, heights and everything, and I want this side of the build to be lower than that tower. But the other option that I would honestly lean more towards, I mean, there's 2 options. The first one is we do another kelp farm somewhere else, like across the street or something. We just do another, you know, we could theme it the same, you know, or we could have the shell of the building look the same, and, you know, it's like, oh, it's a part of the same complex and stuff. And then it just also produces kelp, and just have 2 farms instead of 1 dedicated building. Or we could always go down, which I don't need more stone. I do need more cobblestone though. So it wouldn't be the worst of things just to dig down and do it all with fortune and get a ludicrous amount of cobblestone, because crafting redstone resources in this scale of shulker boxes takes up quite a bit of cobblestone. But that's not a concern for right now. What is a concern for right now is getting the smokers set up, and then I'll probably just be around in the area, probably working on Trade 7 or something, but I'll just have to be in the area to keep it loaded to just kind of see, judge how the smokers do be smoking and stuff. So Tanya and I did some math, and we need about 56 smokers smelting kelp at all times. This does about 2. So I gotta take all this down, pretty much, is the consensus, because either if we're building things like this, then we would have to literally fill up both of the towers just with that, and even then it might not be enough kelp. So we got to do a more compact design, because this design, as much as I love it because of how simple it is, it's not very compact. And there's a lot of waste space. So we gotta take it all down and build it in a way that is a lot less wasted space. And yeah, it also just feels like, and I have no clue why, I don't know if it's just me that thinks this, but it just really feels like, for some reason, this farm just like it'll run for like, I don't know, 2-3 minutes, right? And it'll fill up like crazy. It'll go crazy. It'll fill up a whole bunch, and we'll overflow here into the third hopper, or the third smoker, and then it'll just like turn off for fun, like it just turns itself off for like 5 minutes, and we completely empty this smoker, and we drain all of this hopper out. And I don't know, I just feel like I used to be able to build kelp farms like of this size or smaller and get like 4 smokers running. Am I crazy? Is this, I don't know. It feels like they changed something to do with kelp, like it grows slower or something. I don't know, but yeah, we gotta take the whole thing down and then rebuild, I guess. It's sponged water! Ha! You can't stand against the awesome power of my sponge 3020 innators super deluxe water removing abilities. Ha! Came up with that name myself, I did. Alright, I only got 1 rocket, so we better make this a very quick clip. Is gone. I tore it down. It don't exist no more. And now we gotta buildificate it back again. I'll get a layer in, show you how it looks. Now I'm gonna get more rockets, oh my goodness. This is a granite wall. And this is a kelp farm. Yes, good observational skills you have, my dear friends, yes. This isn't quite as tall as I had it before, and it's a lot bigger than we had it before because it's a heck of a lot more compact now. Don't ask why there's 2 trapdoors here. It's fine. I'm not upset about it at all. Yeah, just don't worry about it. There's shush. But because it's much more compacted, even though it's technically a smaller space, we now have consistently 4 smokers running. And at the rate that this is filling up, it's gonna very rarely use the 5th one. So we still need more along the many variety. So I'm thinking we're going to take advantage of this weird diagonal space bit here, and add another couple sections going up again to the same height, and that is it's just over like half of that size, and we'll have like 3 more sections, I think, so we should be able to get at least the 5th smoker running. And then I do think we will try to use some of this section. We will have this bit raised up again, like we did there, but I think since this will just be storage and smokers, we only need like 1 or maybe 2 floors of this, so we'll have this raised up, I think, about to the same level, and then it'll go up to half the height, so that'll get us another about, I think this area is just under, so it'll be another little bit. So I reckon after we get all of these extra kelp place farm things in, we ought to get, I'm gonna be optimistic and say we're going to get at least 6 smokers going. Yes. We'll get at least 2 more by adding all of that in. Yeah, kelp is growing. I don't know what it is. It just doesn't feel like it grows anywhere near as fast as it used to. I don't know. It's strange. Don't mind the glowy plant things from the end here. We're just trying to start collecting things for end rods. So I'm just, trying to farm up some coarse fruit things, because it's gonna take probably, I want to say 7 shulker boxes of end rods for the towers. And then there's the other 3 buildings. So it's gonna be many shulker boxes, so we just need to start, gathering coarse fruits and stuff now. And then we also need to get a ton of blaze rods, which I don't have a blaze farm, and I don't know how we're gonna do that. I mean, technically we could turn the wither skeleton farm into also a blaze farm, but that just seems like a lot of hassle, and I don't really know how Blaze's pathfinding stuff works because they can fly, so I imagine they would just not get killed by the trident killer. So I think instead of worrying about all of that, we're just going to take a break from this area because I'm tired of building kelp farms, and we're going to go write a book. Yes, good plan. And what exactly is writing a book gonna do to help? Shh, be patient already. Literally, I haven't even made it into the nether yet. My goodness, patience. But I want to know. Well, I just don't really see how writing a book, are you gonna, write a book and say, hello, blazes. Please, I'd like blaze rods. Could you please just, kindly give me some of your blaze rods? No. Shush. Be patient. Patience. Just an ounce of patience. It's a virtue which, well, I haven't got gotten myself yet, so I can't tell you to be patient. Ah! The chunk's not loaded! Hurry up! Stupid chunk! Patience, like I said. It's a good virtue. Alright, so this thing right here, also, behold the nether hub. It's very beautiful. It's built by a cutter wolf. It's very nice. Very, very fancy. Very, you know, reflective-y and everything. It's pretty cool. But here in the nether hub, we have this thing, which probably those banners have signs on them. And if I could see banners in RTX, then I would be able to read them. But banners don't work in RTX, which is delightful. Thanks, Mojang. We have the quest board. You can tell people to get you things and you will offer reward. Now we happen to need many, many, many things. So, take a book. We are going to rename the book, or we'll go the PA of New Formidablia. Because that is the name of the city. Congratulations, you now know it. What shall we say? This is a good question, yes. We shall do much pondering. Think. The World Trade Center. The Port Authority of New Formidablia is looking for copious amounts of resources in order to complete the World Trade Center. If you or a loved one know of any (parentheses legal) sources of the following materials, kindly let us know. All materials acquired for the World Trade Center shall be... Why are you talking in this different accent when you're narrating the book? Shut up. It's totally normal. I mean, this is how I always talk, yes. Of course. All materials acquired for the World Trade Center shall be duly compensated for. Semicolon. Compensation shall be determined upon receipt of the goods. Materials. Do we go with the low ball or the high ball estimate? I feel like we should go with the high ball. 60k quartz blocks. Parentheses. Preferably smooth. 12,000 end rods or blaze rods.
You'll get 4 blaze rods or end rods out of 1 blaze rod, I think.
That doesn't sound real. End rod to blaze rod conversion rate. I wonder what Google's going to say in response to that. 50,000 diorite blocks, preferably polished. 50,000 calcite blocks. 50,000 granite blocks, preferably polished. Materials do not have to be brought in all at once. The Port Authority will recognize partial deliveries. However, delivery of one of entire orders at once shall be. I have more space on the page. Why? Jerk. Shall be recognized with greater rewards. All right. There we go. I should... I hate writing books. I hate writing books in Minecraft. It's the most annoying thing possible because every single time I ever write a book in Minecraft, I have to write it about 5 times. Every time. Because it deletes all of the writing. just, it's all gone. You know? And I've never complained about this. But literally, I don't know how many books I've written in all of my videos. For all of my random little story stuff, I've written like probably at least 50 books. And every single time I try to write a new book, I think maybe this time they fixed it. Maybe Mojang has actually made writing books an actually okay thing to do, and it's not going to delete everything I write. And every time they delete everything I write. It's a good thing I've been recording all this. I'm gonna rewrite all this and we'll see how many tries it takes for me to get this written out. And then I'll be back again. Alright, let's try this again, shall we? See, it's all in. I changed the order up a little bit. Shall we perhaps close the book? So here's something funny. This is the book that I renamed, right? And it won't save anything. Literally, like, let me do that. Close the book. Open the book. Nothing. This book that isn't renamed, it's saving things. It's pretty great, ain't it? It's just incredible how good job this game does at saving books and stuff. I wonder if I logged out and logged back in, if it would have all of the words in there. It's the kind of really stupid thing that would happen, you know? Nope. Oh well. Let's see if maybe this book will be able to hold all the text without deleting itself. Okay, we got it all in. So now I have this book that is useless. And I really want to know if I put this in here and rename it to the same thing. Is it going to stop working? Is it going to delete all of the text inside? No, it's not. That's incredible. I wonder if I'm ever going to be able to adjust it again. You know? Like if I take it and want to add more to it, because I would like to, you know, this is just the list for the trade center, but we could have like another section that's the, you know, expansion of the city and everything. But I mean, hello, I would like this to save, please. Bruh. Nope. I'm gonna keep this book with me, and we're gonna do a thing where every episode we're going to test this book to see if it saves words in it. Ow. And we'll keep a counter going, and we'll see. Maybe, I have confidence, you know, that at some point, maybe, possibly this season, we'll actually be able to write stuff in this book. I don't believe that for a second. I don't believe for a second this book's gonna ever start working properly. But we'll try it. We'll do it. We'll make that part of our routine. Every episode, like halfway through, we'll have our, and now it's time for checking on books with Bang, the part of the show where Bang comes out and tests to see if Minecraft functions properly. We should just do that. We should just find bugs and do that as a segment. That actually sounds like a really fun thing. And now it's time for checking on bugs with Bang, the part of the show where Bang comes out and sees whether Minecraft functions properly. And the answer will always be no. It never functions properly. I like this. This is a good plan. I need to find some fancy music for this. Some kind of crazy little tune, you know, to go along. It'll be very delightful, I'm sure. Watch me forget about it by next episode. Smokers don't smell cactus.
'Cause they smoke only food.
Smokers smoke only food? I thought they smoked only plant stuff.
No, only edible stuff.
Oh, I guess I'm just stupid. I've done the rest of the Kelp Farm building stuff that I said I was going to do. Why I opted to go for a giant tube that goes up and around instead of just hooking it into the bottom of one of those pods, I don't know. Don't worry about it. I'm sure it's fine. yeah, we've got this chunk in over here. We got the small little chunk over there. The kelp is coming through pretty rapidly now. It seems that we may begin to start filling up the 7th smoker. I would hope so, given that we were running the 6th pretty well before this. So I just finished building this like literally just now. So hopefully we should get at least 7 smokers running, and that'll be pretty good. Of course, that's nowhere near as much as we need. We're not shooting for 56 smokers anymore. We're now going to try to... I'm hoping we can get 18. That's my hope. It would be very nice if we could get at least 18. That's 2 blocks of kelp every, like, 4 seconds, I think. I don't remember how... I don't know exactly how much faster smokers smoke then. Yeah, let's sleep and get rid of this horrible rain. Boo, rain, go away. I'm hoping for at least 18, but we'll see how that goes. And I'm thinking... for that to happen, we're gonna take out more of this land over here, and we'll expand this complex. We'll keep the same kind of like design of the like outer shell of the building, and we'll put a whole big section over here, and then like maybe we'll either have another like bridge like this that connects the buildings, or we'll just have an underground pipe. I'm not sure yet. It might look neat to have a little bridge, but we'll see. But that's the plan, is we'll make this entire little corner down here, the kelp corner. So, yeah, that, I think, is pretty neat. It'll look pretty good. But I am all kelped out today. I have had enough of the kelp and the farm and the everything and the lagginess. So... I am going to... I say lagginess, that's just... as far as I know, it's not Kelp Farm lagginess, it's purely just server lagginess because 1.21.70. So I think that I'm going to call it here for today, but I assume that this episode has gone on plenty long enough between all my ramblings and then also the whole quest setting up thing. I assume we've gone on for more than long enough, but in the eventuality that we haven't, there's a bunch of clips that I have of me and Tanya moving villagers about that haven't made it into a video yet. So if this episode isn't quite long enough here, then I'll put those in before we end. And if not, then I'll front load them onto next episode. But... that's all I'm gonna... this is all I'm doing for today. We got a big kelp farm thing set up and planned, and we started working on building 7. You know, everyone's favorite of the trade center buildings. And, yeah. So, thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, please do leave a like and subscribe if you want to catch more videos from me like this in the future, if you want to see how the kelp corner turns out in the long run. And I'm forgetting how to do my outro. Leave a like, subscribe, remember to hashtag BlameBlaze, hashtag Pirate Tanya as well, because we just can't forget about that one. And hopefully I will see you all in the next episode. So have a wonderful day. God bless. Goodbye.